There is a new management standard, ISO 42001, for artificial intelligence. So you might ask, do I need a management system for artificial intelligence? I mean, I'm working with ChatGPT without ISO 42001, and maybe you even used Perplexity or Google Gemini to say, what exactly is ISO 42001? In this video, I'm going to explain you why there is this new management standard and what it's all about. So, you are working with artificial intelligence. Maybe you do your presentations with the help of Claude Cowork. Maybe you use Google Gemini for video production or for search. Maybe you're using ChatGPT in order to write customer letters or customer emails. So why do you need a management system? Because in a large company, there are 10, 20, 100, maybe 500 employees, and they all use ChatGPT and all the other tools. And now what can happen? What is the danger for the company? The danger is that, well, maybe one person puts some sensitive data into ChatGPT just using a free version, and suddenly the model is trained with sensitive data coming directly from your customers. The next person is using Claude Cowork and says, okay, I'm doing my presentation with that. Well, there might be the risk of hallucination because maybe there's something in the presentation that doesn't belong there. And the third person actually is working on a high-risk AI model by himself or by herself in order to impress the boss. But who knows that? Because a company needs to know all the risks that are associated with the tools you use. So what is ISO 42001 all about? Most important thing, it's not about the tools you use, because tomorrow, or maybe in 1 year, 10% of all the tools you use today might not even exist anymore, and you found different tools that you use now that are better than what you use today. So it's not about the tools, and it's not about restricting the use of AI tools. It's just about doing this in a responsible way. And a responsible way means that you have to assess all the risks that are involved. Maybe you're working in a market agency. You're preparing a market analysis for a customer and you're not aware of the risk of hallucination. Then maybe there's a wrong analysis that you give out to your customer. So this is a big risk that is involved. Or maybe you're working in an HR department and you think, oh wow, let's scan all the applications from potential workers. Let's just scan them with AI. There might be a risk of discrimination. Or maybe you are writing emails with the help of ChatGPT and there is sensitive data that, of course, you put in a free version because you were locked out of your paid subscription plan. There's another risk, the risk that the model suddenly is trained with sensitive data. So it's about assessing risks and actually taking appropriate measures in order to lower these risks. Then there's of course the question, what kind of AI tools and models are in use in your company? Somebody needs to have an overview. And the third thing, and this is really important too, is that it actually requires competence to deal with AI systems. That means you need employees that know a little bit how the models work, what are the limitations, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, what are the risks of using this. So in a way, ISO 42001 is not a technical system. It's about management. It's about managing the use of AI tools in your company. Now, is it relevant just for IT companies? No, it's relevant for everyone. It's relevant for a lawyer who thinks, let's prepare a legal assessment with the help of AI. He needs to know. And so all the lawyers that work together, they need to know who is using which tool and what are the potential risks. It's about doctors. A doctor who does a scan and has a look with AI and tries to get a diagnosis supported by AI needs to know. And of course, it's about IT companies, high-tech companies who produce those systems, who adapt those systems. So ISO 42001 is a new standard. It's a very important standard, and it's one that I think in the future will be one of the most important ones ever written.